Alright, so hope you guys reset your phone today, so or your devices. If you haven't, do so. Okay, that's important, because we got a reset happening. More and more and more. So many different things happening, so many different distractions. It's like looking over here, but meanwhile, the real action is going over here. So take it how it resonates. I'm about to, the number that I'm looking for is 757. So 757 being a thing. Also, why do we do, it's like the surveys, 757 angel number. Why do we do the surveys that ask you on social media, like what is your ethnicity, background, all of that? It needs to be canceled. The reason why, it allows, if we are of one blood, right, one nation, it shouldn't matter. The fact that they do that is basically to separate people, and people are people. United we stand, divided we fall. It's more of the good people than it is the bad people, but that's questionable. In the end, God always wins. So take it how it resonates. Angel number 757 is usually connected to major personal transformation, guided by spiritual growth and inner wisdom. It often appears when you're being pushed to trust your own path, even if it looks different from what others expect. So people may think that you're supposed to do one thing, meanwhile you could be doing another. Right now I said sleight of hand. So there's a thing where the religion tries to tell you that you can't do this, 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 and this. But now the truth is being shown, and they were actually doing this. So it's not it's like a thing where it's like, do as I say, not as I do. Do as I say, not as I don't know, whatever the fuck that is. Either way, that allows them to be able to do a bunch of bullshit that they tell you not to do, or they try to condemn you for doing, meanwhile they're doing it. And then they try to, you know, cover it up and hide it behind certain things. So now's a crucial time in life. Why? Because it is, and I keep saying this, the best time to be alive. Whether or not it looks like it or not, you know, in spite of everything that's happening, everything that's being shown, now is the best time to be alive, because you're witnessing everything firsthand. You're witnessing God's power firsthand. You're witnessing the undoing of a lot. And only God can do that. Why? Because there are so many people, checks and balances, things that were supposed to be put into play to be able to stop it. But meanwhile, they didn't. It was the thing. If you can't beat them, join them. That's what they did. But that's not what you're supposed to do. If you're supposed to serve and protect, you're supposed to be a protector. You're supposed to blow the whistle and bring the whole house, you know, down if in fact it's not being done right. So it's going to be a lot of people trying to insert themselves in along your pathway. This is what I would do. You're not me. And so you may think that I'm supposed to do this, or you may want me to go this way, but this is my journey, my pathway. I don't want to bring anybody else down in the process. So I'm going to just go this way, and I'm going to try to do the best thing I can in order to, you know, not get anybody else caught up. So you might not want to do this. I'm going to just go this way. So this might be the time when it's calling you to separate, maybe, you know, from people, places, and things, friends, family, because it's probably going to talk shit. Have a wonderful day, RJ. Be safe. They're going to talk shit about your direction or your path. Meanwhile, back at band camp, they ain't done shit with their own fucking life. It'd be a lot of people talking about a whole lot of stuff, and then meanwhile, look at their shit. So even if you do all the wrong things, you still probably will fall in line with where they are. But meanwhile, it's about taking a risk. So why is this person coming into my mind? Again, it keeps giving David and Goliath. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. What the hell is this shit? Okay. It's giving sidebar and side notes and things of that nature. Anyway, 7 is spiritual awakening, intuition, truth seeking, and inner knowledge. 5 is change, freedom, life shifts, important decisions, things that you're going to have to do. So, 2 different things I want to say. We're still going over this, but it is... The Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, because thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All right. Then it was... Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rapport. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways, that they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because He loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will rescue him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. All right, so that's 2. So the first one was the Lord's Prayer. The second one was the Psalms 91. And then the thing that's coming across my phone right now says, happy birthday from these people, right? But mind you, my birthday's not until the 19th. 2/19, it kept being a thing. Something happening on 2/19. Yes, my birthday, but also something else, all right? So it kept being a thing because I kept seeing it. All right, so then this is one of the things that I saw. So first, I want to tell you about what was put on my spirit when I woke up. Everybody's interested in all the information and all the documentation, the documents that are coming out, right? Meanwhile, why would anybody dump 3 million files, right? 3 million files about a whole lot of people, that's a whole lot of information. And so when something goes on for entirely too long, one person or a team of people can't look at 3 million files, right? But if I just put it all here, then y'all are going to sift through it because they're looking for something. Someone is looking for something. in the files, but also in life, because it keeps being a thing about your DNA and the things that keep coming up. So just know that right now y'all are the private investigators, because whenever you find it, ting, 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 it rings the bell. But there's a lot of information that a lot of people saw, heard, didn't do anything about it. So everybody wants to red pill, blue pill us to death. Meanwhile, back at band camp, everybody knew. Everybody. So now the fact that it's so big and there's so many different companies, so many different people, so many different foreign entities, so many different entities. And when I say foreign entities, I don't just mean foreign entities as far as people. So everything being shown, but meanwhile, if you say the Lord is my refuge and make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in your ways. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will not tread on the lion and the cobra. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. They're using the people as the private investigators because there's something that they're looking for that they necessarily need, and it's going to be the key to the thing. All right, so anyway, long story short, I ain't looking. So I'm not a part of the people that's going through the documents and the files, because, you know, I got better shit to do. And also nothing. Okay. And I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm just saying that the people that have allowed this thing to grow as big as it is, they have to be accountable. So everybody has their own pathway. So the people, and I ain't judging, because guess what? Y'all are a part of the program and y'all are a part of the plan. So if you're looking and you're digging, guess what? You're a key vital part to the situation, because you're going to be the people who uncover. Everybody has their own pathway. So there's people who are covering this situation saying, if you say the Lord is my refuge and you make the Most High your dwelling, everybody's looking into the parts that they're looking into. So although I didn't look into any of that, it's still a part of this, because guess what got dropped in my lap? Okay, so a picture that I took this morning, and hopefully my phone don't die, but if it do, we just gonna get a charger and keep on trucking. All right, so it talks about Fitra, and I could be saying this wrong, but you know, we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna put it over here because we're gonna look at it over here. And these people were looking for everything perfect, although they were the most fucked up. So just in case y'all don't understand, they were trying to figure out how to get their way into, right? Heaven, hell, some damn where. So Fitra from Wikipedia, it says, in Islam, Fitra is the innate human nature that recognizes the oneness of God. Tawhid, Tawhid, Tawhid. Maybe I said it wrong. Hopefully I said it right. It may entail either the state of purity and innocence in which Muslims believe all humans to be born, or the ability to choose or reject God's guidance. So I'm going to go look for it on Google, because there's something in whatever this symbol is that was a part of whatever these people were doing. So not only are they doing the most ungodliest things, but they're trying to figure out how to get to the godliest things. It reminded me of the ladder, when they said they was trying to use the ladder to get to heaven, but then also it was Jack and the Beanstalk, because remember, they climbed the beanstalk to where the giants were, but the giants ascended into the trees ascended into heaven. Mind you, the trees got cut down. Now they're part of the greatest story never told. Anyway, Fitra, or Fitra, Arabic, is an Arabic word that means original disposition. Original disposition. Why would people that are doing the most horrific things in life be looking? All right, so the concept somewhere resembles natural order of philosophy. Although there are considerable differences as well, and then it cuts off because this is the picture, because one of the investigators, the people who are on social media that are scouring through the files, and I love that because thank y'all. I don't have to go look because y'all looking, y'all bringing the evidence and y'all bringing the timestamp, y'all showing the computer. So guess what? I could just take this little bit and, you know, look into why did it get dropped here. All right, so it says etymology, and y'all know we like the etymology, so I love whoever did this beautiful work here, although it cuts off. So I'm just telling y'all now, I put it in here, so now we'll figure it out. Anyway, welcome everyone. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Fitra is an Arabic word that is usually translated as original disposition, natural constitution, or innate nature. So, revert. Me being a revert, it is you will revert back to natural origin, right? That's what revert means. We'll look it up just to make sure. Revert back to original, meaning it's like a old person and a baby. You know how they say, like, when you come into this world, you know need people to help you, this, and a third, and so when you leave out of this world, old people, it's like a regression into baby, as above so below. So old and young. Anyway, let's go back. So we're going to go back to the 757 first of all. But mind you, ain't 757 also related to an airplane? So again, we'll break it down, see what we talking about and what's happening here, because Earth School is paying attention to what the universe is bringing you, giving you, dropping in your spirit. This is how we do intuition, discernment, and things of that nature, because why is God directing me here? All right, so because 7 appears twice, its energy is amplified. This number points to spiritual guidance, guided change. Mind you, 715 is when all right, 715 is when we were supposed to be here, right? But for some reason, things got pushed the way they got pushed. So calculator, it's time measurement is what I hear, right? All right, so 815 minus, it was 828, 828 equals the number's 13. That's my favorite number. So something about the number 13. We're going to leave that there, put a pin in it, but remember 13 is important. But then it is, like I said the other day, the 13th ghost, it was the cogs. The things that they were building a machine and they were trying to tap into time travel, consciousness, a bunch of other stuff, but it could be also hypnosis. But the movie that The Sunken Place is ringing a bell to me right now. Okay, so take it how it resonates. Either way, they could be trying to put everybody in the fucking sunken place. What 757 is saying to you, you're outgrowing an old version of yourself. And that's what the time travel was. They were talking about probably the greatest movie never told, but truth in all things. Taking your consciousness from this timeline and inserting it into another timeline, but they're also trying to figure out how you could insert this into that. But to me, it would be DNA activation. Like, how can I activate every one of your chakras and now insert every lifetime awaken, aware of every lifetime for all the space that's added into your DNA, your genetic code. Because if y'all haven't paid attention, everything has been trying to genetically modify. All right, 757 is saying to you, you're outgrowing an old version of yourself. Changes happening now are aligning you closer to your purpose. It's the elevation and ascension. Your intuition is correct. Trust what you've been sensing. Walking away from something familiar may be necessary for growth. It is the old ways, the old customs, the old thoughts, because a lot of the things, you know, all the conspiracy theories are now being proven to be true. Everything that they try to lock your mind into this little box and keep you conditioned to only only want to explore what's inside the box. People are now exploring outside of the box and finding out that so were they. And this is the reason why a lot of things are happening the way they're happening right now. But be mindful, if 3 million files got dumped because how many people was going to go through this? I don't give a damn if you have a team of 3,000 lawyers on your side. 3,000 or 3 million files is a fucking lot. That means there were so many people in the midst of the midst of the midst. And so we can also look at all the higher ups that could be seen. But what about the trail of parents, teachers, doctors, lawyers, everybody that is not being brought into the light? Everybody is being pushed into the light because they didn't just do this by themselves. It takes a whole network. And so now also the discovery, us, US, and everybody collective, because it's bigger, it's global, because it affects everybody. It affects everybody. So this is the reason why everybody is being brought into it. Everybody's being brought into it because this timeline, everything that's happening is important. And we're all playing a part, whether we like it or not. Because in the first person, when it first happened, not saying anything, allowed it to be covered up. And somebody else got added to the mix. And then the fact that they didn't say nothing allowed for other people to now be inserted into it and to now be covered up to the tune of there's 3 million files being dumped. But meanwhile, those are not even all the files. So it's like a snowball effect. And whereas they still want to lie by omission, a lie is a lie. It don't matter. So even if you're lying by omission, you still lied and you're still going to be dealt with, because in this process, the Great Awakening, the truth tellers, revelations, things being revealed, it is not a corner or a crease on this earth that is not going to be touched and affected by what's happening now, because it's like God coming through like a storm. And cleaning, when you cleaning up the house, if everything ain't touched, it's not clean. So literally, if there's one speck of dirt, a corner that you didn't touch, it's not clean. It's still dirty. And so it's like a bunch of roaches running around the people because it's on fire. And remember I said yesterday, burn it down. It has to be burned down. Fire is purification. When the eagle or the phoenix rises, remember that's the logo. It's going to be purified. It's going to be clean. Man, my body is on light mode right now. So it is like the resurrection happening all over again. Everything must be touched. Everything must be purified. It's dirty. All of it. So here we are. You may be reevaluating who truly aligns with your energy. Is there any good people left? Because I kept saying that at one point in time. Is there any people who ain't out here kill, steal, and destroy? Have you aligned yourself with all the wrong people and thinking that it was okay to do this? So yesterday, I came on here and I was coming for a lot of people because they're messing with somebody. And again, I don't know this person. I don't have a dog in the fight, right? But I saw how a lot of celebrities ganging up on this person because it is like, where two or more shall touch and agree. Because they're celebrities and this person is celebrity, all of a sudden they started putting their mouth on people that it's not your fight. It's not your fight. And so everybody can have an opinion because yes, it did hit the social network and it did hit the waves. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Whether or not you think that a person should have loyalty to you and keeping your secrets, no. Right is right and wrong is wrong. But you want me to have loyalty in keeping your secrets, but you don't want to have loyalty to me in helping maintain the life that we didn't have. And so everybody's wrong. And this is why I said that when they came, and mind you, again, I don't even know half these people I'm cussing out, and they could care less, and so do I. But I'm going to stand in the gap for right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you think this person is supposed to be loyal to them for whatever reason, and then, you know, everybody has the thing with family, this, that, and the third. Family don't even treat you like family. There's people on the outside that will treat you better than your own fucking family. But y'all want people to have loyalty to liars, cheaters, molesters, predators. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And again, I have nothing to do with none of this shit, but the fact that I'm collectively here listening to it. And I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, some shit. Somebody slowed down something the other day from, I think it was maybe the Super Bowl or something. It was like a bunch of letters. And like, I be mad sometimes when I see some of this shit and it gets stuck in my brain. And now it's like my brain done processed that a person said this. Because now it's in my brain, and now I feel like I don't want to be a part of that. But meanwhile, I was already a part of it because my ancestors, your ancestors, these people, because ancestors keep coming up. Yesterday, I just found out what my great-grandfather on my dad's mom's side looked like, right? And so I was even questioning even about that, but it makes sense to me now as to why this part of the family would be doing this particular part of the history, because my grandmother married into that family. So okay, this is why it takes that direction. Mind you, my daughter, when I sent it to them, they was like, Mom, that's cool. It goes back to the 1800s. But now that's only one person. And I don't know how, you know, if I go to the family reunion over there on that side with them, you know, because now they done did this way, pathway, but my pathway goes 4 different ways. So now I got to figure out about, matter of fact, it could go even later than that, but the date that was on my great-grandfather's day was 18 something. Mind you, the fact of the matter is he didn't have a death date on the paperwork, and my daughter happened to mention it. Why is there no death date there? It just says August such and such a year. There is no actual day. And so maybe they don't know the actual day. But then there's some people also in their file. It says, who is this? I don't know. My son also made mention that every name from where we're from going this way is there. So it made me laugh because he said, I ain't going there because that's everybody in Dover, Delaware. All right. I'm from Dover, Delaware. Mind you, a lot of these names, like, I don't know a lot of these people, but come to find out, I could be literally connected to all these people, but it would be the grandmother's pathway, right? Long story short, DNA, genetics, ancestry is coming up a lot right now. But also, I feel like it's all getting ready to circle back. Okay, so you may be reevaluating who truly aligns with your energy. Family, friends, doesn't fucking matter. Even places are now connected to your DNA, your ancestry, and light up, you know, certain parts of your chakras, right? Honest conversation or boundaries are important right now. Some connections deepen spiritually, others may naturally fade. All right, so in work or life direction, a shift in career goals or lifestyles may be approaching. So learning, teaching, spiritual creative paths can become stronger themes. You're being encouraged to choose authenticity over security. All right. So 757 often shows up when you're being reminded you are guided, but you still have to choose courage, because a lot of people are being censored because they're talking about certain things. A lot of people are being silenced because they're talking about certain things. Mind you, as I was driving, somebody, Cobain, is that how you say his name? Cobain? Anyway, it's a man that I know. I done heard his name, and I swear I think it's from the music industry. Anyway, I heard that they're opening up his case back again, because now it's being listed as something else. But meanwhile, everybody's not, how do I want to say this? Because if I can remember, I think that he was listed as, yeah, because that's the reason why they're opening up, but they found out that it wasn't that. But I think they said something about spiritual psychosis. And if I'm not, and at that time when all of this stuff was happening, there was more people than just that particular person that they said that. But meanwhile, these people were also speaking out on the stuff that's happening right now, which also lends towards the people already knew. They knew that certain people were saying this, that, or the third, including me and everybody else. And this is the reason why all of us get online and all of us all say the same thing. We are not, I'm not suicidal. I love my life. There's places on this earth that my feet have not touched. I'd already been a part of the, a car accident group 1,006 times. Literally, you could check my files. My car insurance is high as fuck right now because of car insurance. Because of car accidents. Mind you, I was never at fault for none of them. But somehow I done been in multiple car accidents and truck accidents. A person ran up to me to hit me in the middle of the night. Nothing ever transpired. Long story short, this is the theme. It keeps being the theme. Everybody already knows, but for some reason, it's still been allowed to happen. Mind you, now they're going back into older supposed, self-inflicted, and they're finding out they were not that. These things happen to cover up larger things. And again, everybody knew. Red pill, blue pill. Everybody is a part of the problem. So for everybody that just wants all of this to go away and they're saying, okay, well, we have to just do it this way. No, ma'am, no ham. Fire, purge, bring it down. None of it's good. If you keep thinking that way, it's going to keep happening because they did nothing on the first try. Okay? Don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. Accountability. That's a part of Revelations. People have to be accountable or being held accountable for the things that they did. All right, so also, as we're here, so we're talking about relationships, spiritual messages, work-life direction, all of these things. You're guided, but you still have to choose courage, because it's some people, they said they're chosen. Many are called, but the chosen are few. So it'd be a lot of people throwing their hands up. I'm a chosen one. I'm the family curse breaker. I'm this, I'm that. But meanwhile, you say nothing even when your voice is being called to be heard. Why? Because you don't want nobody thinking that you're crazy. You don't want to be looked at in a certain type of way. You just don't. Meanwhile, you're chosen. You can't break generational curses keeping your mouth shut. This is how we got here generations later as to people doing stuff that they should not be doing because of. It's the thing where what happens in this house stays in the house. But mind you, I was also supposed to tell y'all about a vessel the other day. Vessel, things that are used. Also containers. All right, so I put it there. We'll get to it. All right, so even in the process of this, so what to do when you keep seeing 757? Pay attention to reoccurring thoughts or ideas. Release fear around change. Spend time in reflection or prayer meditation. Follow what feels peaceful, not just logical. All right, so all I hear and screaming is this. Pay attention to reoccurring thoughts or ideas. We have frequencies that we know that they put over top of people that could kind of change or alter or maybe start to make you think certain things. This is why oneness and wholeness is important, because if we go back to the word, fitra, is in Islam, fitra is the innate human nature to recognizes the oneness of God. So it don't matter about what type of frequency they have. It don't matter about how much or what type of mind control they have. It don't matter about rooting, spiritual, whatever it is they try to do. Oneness, wholeness allows you to be able to be whole in yourself and to rebuke, not pay attention to, not be programmed by all of the stuff. And so this is the reason why the people who are actually truly awakened or awake, that's why woke became such a problem, because they can't do the tactics on you. It's almost like if they send a frequency to reprogram you to try to put you back to sleep, it's not working because of oneness, wholeness in you, in your body. So they're wondering why those things that they've been doing ain't working. We expected y'all to do this because based off the program, and if it's a lie, y'all could go look it up, because they now starting to release all the stuff. They done already did this. They did it, the mind thing on people. The ting, ting, ting with the teacup to try to put you in a sunken place. But oneness and wholeness eliminates all that. They can't do it. So it's important to, Cat Williams keeps being smart, like in ways like that's comedic. They're telling you stuff, but mind you, using comedy to do it. He said, get in touch with your star player. Because when you in touch with your star player, you can't be programmed, because there's actual things that they will try to do. I literally just saw a video yesterday, which now keeps coming up, about herbalism, going back to natural ways, getting back to the motherland, getting back to the land, right? And it's a flower, for some reason, a tulip something or another. I want to say a trumpet. It is a trumpet plant that if you process it correctly, it makes you easier suggestible, easy to suggestion. And so like people were using it on some folks to kind of empty out their, bank accounts. They'll see you going to the ATM. Meanwhile, you're bibbity bobbity booed. This ain't right. But mind you also, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna try to say it in the best way, because I'm using this and I know this is gonna throw all types of red flags, and they'll start acting as if, I just committed the sin of like nothing that these people have done. But so there's a plant. Let me see if they'll tell me. That way, if I read it, it'll not throw so many flags. Okay. Okay. So hemlock refers to a group of highly poisonous plants best known for their toxic effect on humans and animals. The name is most commonly used for poison hemlock. I didn't want to say that because I needed to make sure I was reading it, because otherwise, poison hemlock, Canonium maculatum, hopefully that's correct. If not, charge it to my head, not my heart. Y'all know what type of education we get around here. A plant historically known for its deadly poisonous properties. So what it looks like. Poison hemlock can be easily mistaken for harmless plants in the carrot or parsley family. Key features include tall stems, often 6 to 10 feet high. Smooth, hollow green stems with purple blotches or streaks. Fern-like lacy leaves. Small white flowers growing in umbrella-shaped clusters. A musty or mouse-like odor when crushed. All parts of the plants are toxic. Leaves, stems, plants, seeds, and roots. It contains alkaloid poisons that attack the nervous system and can cause muscle paralysis, breathing failure, death, even if consumed. Even small amounts can be harmful, especially to children, pets, or livestock. Historical note. Poison hemlock is famously known as a plant used in ancient Greece to execute the philosopher Socrates. Important safety tips. Do not touch or handle unknown wild plants without protection. Never forage plants that resemble parsley, carrot tops, or wild herbs unless positively identified. If exposure or ingestion is suspected, seek medical help or call poison control immediately. Not all hemlock are the same. There's also water hemlock, which is even more toxic, and hemlock trees, a type of evergreen, which are not poisonous. The shared name causes confusion. Now, I'm telling y'all about this because there's a difference when you remember I asked y'all about why do we in our society right now say, I don't know why I've been spitting a lot. My mouth been very, very juicy. So I don't know what that means, but judge me at me. Try not to do that, but it just keeps happening. I ain't been talking to nobody, so there's that. Anyway, long story short, the fact that certain programs, because again, I want to say this because if I say it wrong, all this shit gonna shut down. There are certain programs that we are using, like the one I'm using right now, and I keep telling y'all I keep catching it lying, right? But that's because the programmers that are behind the scenes are trying to keep some information, but also they're changing history right in our face, because history, the people who own these, the people who can program these are the ones that are, trying to hide stuff. Anyway, long story short, how this came about was because somebody that looked like me, probably, I'm not sure, but I'm going to just say this is my thought process as to how this happened. Somebody that looked like me, because this program will ask your demographic, like who are you, woman or man? What color are you? Where did you, all those questions like they do in them job applications, right? And then all of a sudden you start noticing that certain people, places, and things, mind you, they're also saying that it's okay to discriminate. They said that, right? I ain't said, they said it. So if it's okay to discriminate, as they said, all right, so a person asked, like if I took a picture and I said, is this that? For me, it said, no, it's a carrot. But somebody that looked like this put it in and it said, don't touch that. For me, it said, oh, you should put it together and you should feed it to your family. Why? Why would it do that? Also, if we're being taken back to, because this is the Game of Thrones around this bitch. Remember, I told y'all, and I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it, we're still living in the Game of Thrones. Y'all just have better cars, better conditions, but not really. Because just remember, certain places still look like, back then. Every time a piece moves, it's about land and things of that nature. But I'm going to just say for me and every person that looks like me, and although, you know, it's two nations that was born in this lady's womb, they're twins. We all are brothers and sisters. But meanwhile, we arguing because the younger brother, the oldest one, or however they put it, somebody's supposed to serve somebody, but meanwhile somebody sold their birthright because they didn't like it. Da 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 da. All right. Either way, if it's lies, there's still truth told in lies. But mind you, they've been lying by omission. They've been leaving it out. Did this person do this? No. Is this person's name in this document? Oh, their name is only in here 100 times. Meanwhile, back at band camp, their name is in there 30,000 times. And again, I ain't judging nobody because I like being told the truth. So the truth is the truth, and that's the thing. But don't leave out parts of the truth. If we're in the Game of Thrones, remember how people used to get, you know, put to sleep? These are the things, because once upon a time, you know, me being an herbalist, if back in the day in, you know, 1202, if I didn't like you and I had every knowledge to every particular herb and things of that nature, and although right now we have better documentation, you know, because we got books that can say this is this, this is that. Back then there was no books to say this. Then I would have to just draw it, put it in my little notebook, and I would say, you know, passing it down generation to generation. But they would come to a herbalist or a doctor or somebody back then, a midwife, you know, one of those people, and they would say, this nigga got to go. So what can I use to get this nigga going? And then we whip out one of them little, you know, one of these types of little bottles. And then we be like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't touch this, you know, but you to just. See what I'm saying? Anyway, long story short, why the hell is this stuff starting to come back up? But we also know that the enemy of my enemy that is not my friend is an expert in this. This ain't nothing but some frankincense oil, okay? So just so y'all know. Not dangerous, not poisonous unless ingested, right? But mind you, somebody need to pay attention, because don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, don't eat nothing, don't drink nothing, because this type of shit is being put on my table. Okay, so there's that. Hey, thank you. Either way, not all things are created equal, because I guess just gave y'all two different things. Also, I told y'all are the private investigators right now, because it's too many files, it's just too many, and it needs more eyes on it than just this, all right? And just the people that could have been looking at it. But mind you, all these niggas already knew, so take it how it resonates. I need to know that 757 is also a plane, right? Okay, so this is also the thing. Some words have different meanings, right? So it's like when I said a house. A house could be the physical house that I live in. A house is also my body. A house could be my celestial sign, right? The astrological placement of my date, my birth, my everything. So it could be as simple as we talking about where somebody was born, the time of the alignment. We could also be talking about Jesus, because remember that was also one or the Messiah. Take it how it resonates. A particular time, a particular place, a particular moment in time, a placement in time, right? And so let's just say that even back in the day, for all intents purposes, during the Game of Thrones, there were seers or oracles back then that could say, this particular child is about to be born under this zodiac sign, this celestial placement, and this child is supposed to be married to this child, right? Now, how would that take place if in fact it was so non-advanced or undeveloped? How would they know that? Because there are some lies being told, okay? Now, if y'all can remember, I don't know if it was in the Game of Thrones, but I want to say it is one of the older movies, because I love movies or shows like this. And it'll probably come to me. But anyway, they had a particular item that was in the middle of the this stone castle, right? And this particular item, like, I think they did it through DNA too, but a person that was a basic seer could come and touch it and it would open up. But they said these particular people have to be of this bloodline. Only these particular, matter of fact, this particular lineage, because you had to be able to have a special power. And then one child got sent somewhere because they was trying to hide this particular girl, but nobody knew that she was one of the people that could actually open up this portal, right? And all she did was accidentally lean on it, and then the shit opened up into celestial everything. Forgot what it's called, but anyway, they wanted to know how this particular girl was able to open up something that was only designed and meant for these people. So it's given like you know, the Ark of the Covenant, where only a select group of people were able to carry it. But meanwhile, to me, as they described the Ark of the Covenant, it gave to me like bomb radiation vibes, right? Only because if you had to wear a certain type of breastplate, and anybody that came near it, that touched it, that didn't have on the proper, first of all, they said they couldn't touch it, period, because they had to be of a certain type of, you know, group. But also, to me, it also gave, if you didn't have that covering, it's like when you get a x-ray, right? And for all intents purposes, as I'm listening to it, and I can pull it up here as to everything that they said certain stones, certain type of material that had been made, and they had to be able to, you know, carry it a certain type of way, certain type of box, certain type of dimensions. Again, if in fact it don't belong to you, it would give curse to you, but meanwhile, it don't give curse to who it belongs to. And the problem with this moment in time, as different from then, is that people keep wanting to touch shit that don't belong to them. If it don't belong to you, don't touch it. Anyway, so yes, 757, also the name of a commercial airplane, a Boeing 757. So I would say this: if in fact we are at Earth School, and as I tell y'all, I read the Earth. I ain't no tarot reader. I can read tarot though, because we can pull out the cards. I can show you. I also wrote a book about it. Like to hear, it's on Amazon, okay? It's called I Don't Teach Tarot. So you can go look it up. But Earth School is being shown and taught to all of us. So for me, because I read the environment is telling me that if this number came up, I gave y'all the angel numbers attached to it, somebody has to go look at the files attached to a Boeing 757. Or it could just be airplanes. Because remember, accurate information and logs have to be given for airplanes. Who was on it, where it was going, how long it was there, da-da-da-da-da. Okay? So, it says, the Boeing 757 is a narrow-body, mid-sized jet airliner designed for medium to long-distance flights. It was introduced in the early 1980s and became popular with airlines because of its power and efficiency. So, to me, it's given private plane, but also you may need to check commercial flights, because when somebody wants something to go unseen, they put it right in your face. They hide stuff in plain sight. So anything that came in, and here we go with the shit. Now that this is starting to happen already. Just so y'all know. So if anything starts going amok, it's already start going amok already. All right, so key facts. Typically carries 180 to 230 passengers. Why is it giving me a plane that went down? So a plane that went down, and maybe that might be the thing, because I think it was Malaysia, the Malaysian plane. I don't know if that's there or if it has anything to do with anything, but There's that. Known for strong takeoff performance, good for short runways, used for domestic routes and some international flights. Produced in 1981 to 2004. Those dates could be important. So maybe it might be, documents from this time to this time. The universe will give it to you. You just got to figure out what it is. Still widely flown today by several airlines. Could also be the airlines investigating, or they may be a part of whatever's happening. I don't know. Interesting connection, because people often notice repeating numbers, like some like to connect symbolic meanings like angel numbers with real world things. So seeing 757 could show up as a flight number, the aircraft model, or repeating number pattern people attach meaning to. All right, so that's one of the things. But 757, what else could 757 be attached to? All right, so 757 can show up, in a lot of different contexts depending upon where you're seeing it. Here are some of the most common things it can be connected to: spiritual, symbolic, angel number, repeating number sequences, connected to change, intuition, and personal growth, a reminder or marker, people associated with time, transition, or awareness, because it could be the time. The Boeing 757 aircraft model, flight numbers used by airlines, phone or location, 757 area code, which covers parts of southwestern Virginia, Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News area. Mind you, I used to live in Norfolk, Virginia. Ain't that some shit? Okay. Numerology and math, a 3-digit number people analyze by breaking it into 757 patterns. Palindrome. Y'all, I know I'm saying that wrong because I know what this word is, but either way, take it how it resonates. Style, symmetry, same number on both sides, which makes it visually memorable. Pop culture and everyday use. Usernames, brand names, or social media handles. License plates or addresses. Song titles, album references, or creative project names. Artists often choose repeating numbers because they are catchy. Psychological meaning, sometimes a number feels like it's everywhere because your brain starts recognizing a pattern once it becomes meaningful to you. As I'm saying that, all I keep hearing is airplane. It's related to airplane. So take it how it resonates. This is called selective attention. So something about one of the flights is important. Take it how it resonates, because again, y'all are the private investigators right now. Let's see. Fitra. So Fitra, also spelled, and it could be something tied to this because this is Muslim, Islamic, right? So it could be a plane that went to certain places where this would be important. So Fitra, also spelled Fitra, is an Islamic concept that means a person's natural pure state of being, the way humans are created by God before culture, society, or life expectancy experiences shape them. So this is the thing. The minute I said that, it went to the eating of the little people, right? And so if you're trying to get back to the natural state, and now you thinking, because back in the day, even when they did that mummy shit and they was eating them this and the third, some people believe in life that you can take the essence of. Remember yesterday we was talking about destiny swapping. So a person said it's not spiritual, it was that dude. It's always spiritual. It's always spiritual. Don't ever let nobody tell y'all that it's not. So the natural being before culture, society, or life experiences shape them. Some people be trying to gain a blessing without actually doing the work. All right, so in Islam, Fitra refers to innate disposition towards truth, goodness, and recognizing God. It teaches that every human is born with a natural inclination towards faith, morality, and balance. Spiritual foundation. The idea comes from teachings in the Quran and saying of Prophet Muhammad, who taught that every child is born upon Fitra, pure and naturally aligned in belief and with one creator. The later influenced by environment and upbringing. What Fitra looks like in everyday life. A natural sense of right and wrong. Like I keep trying to tell y'all, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't give a damn what nobody try to tell you. You have it in your body. It will tell you this ain't right. But they will try to tell you 9,000 things are not right. But meanwhile, they doing all the worst shit. Desire for justice and truth. Please and thank you. God, get them. Compassion and empathy. Feeling drawn to spiritual connection. Inner discomfort when acting against your conscience. But meanwhile, people will align themselves with the worst type of people. Anything for money. For the love of money. Like anybody that's running around here with $1 trillion and you ain't thought to do the right thing, you're a nasty ass person, because ain't no way this world should be this bad when y'all got enough time, money, and energy to do all the right fucking things. Meanwhile, all y'all keep doing is all the worst shit, which is the reason why 3 million files can get dumped and there's still more. And so now they need help trying to figure out how to untie, untangle, unwind, because everybody wants to step back and say, not me, yes you, because you knew about it. To the tune of, guess what? Now they done drag everybody into it. So if nobody does anything about it, us the people, us, we the people, the collective, if we don't do anything about it, we are now just as guilty. And when we go in front of God for judgment, I don't care what you believe, we are now just as guilty as they are, because we did nothing. You can't turn a blind eye, especially after it's done. So for everybody that's hollering about we not mad enough, yeah, accountability says the first person that started this shit, when they said this person got connected to this person and da 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 da, and everybody, this is also the reason why they said, even in the Bible, it says that certain types of people will not get into heaven, because they all knew about it. The judges, the lawyers, the doctors, the teachers, everybody sitting in the red and the blue. They all knew about it. How do we now change it? What do we do, God? Order my footsteps so that way I can know. Don't allow them, because I already said, I don't want to live or die in this system. It's not right. And whether or not y'all know it or not, y'all shouldn't want to either, because it's not right. And if you believe in reincarnation and you incarnate back into this mother sucker and you do nothing about it, it's going to be worse. They trying to figure out how to put kids to work earlier. Why? Y'all just fired everybody. So why y'all want the kids to go to work? Either so you can really start influencing them, or pay them less, or whatever it is. I promise you it's not right. Whatever their motive and their mindset by whatever is happening right now is not right. So, it's a thing. Remember, I said I have to work on my heart. God literally got me, because, the minute do unto others as you would have them do unto you sunk into my brain. It's two sides of that. It is, don't do shit if you don't want shit get done to you. But the way my mind worked, it was, they out here doing this, do it back. God said, no, ma'am. That's going to make you just as bad as they are. You just don't do these things. Well, either way, God, can you please do something about it? Because this is going on for too long. Now it's too many people involved in this. It then snowballed. It's bigger than whatever the hell, we even know. But meanwhile, if this is the way they want to live, put all of them together on their own island in their own simulation and see how they like it. I don't want to live around none of them. I don't want to be connected to any of them. But meanwhile, back at band camp, they surrounding us all. Then, if you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will give He will call on me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him with long life. I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Because this is getting to be too fucking much. And these people then got life fucked up. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about you, to the tune of now they need us, the whole everybody, the world, global, to now untangle, untie, unbind, unwind shit that they done. Because now they don't even know what to do with this shit. Either way, many people describe Fitra as the quiet inner knowing, the part of you that recognizes insincerity. The part of you that recognizes sincerity, peace, and authenticity. Because mind you, now these people are checking on whose DNA is da 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 da. Meanwhile, back at band camp, that still got to be some real ill shit that they trying to do. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And all I kept hearing, and I've been saying it since, step by step and heart to heart, they all fall down like toy soldiers. Knock them down one by one. It's coming down, crumbling down. When someone feels called to rescue with faith, when someone feels called to reconnect with faith, simplify their life, or live more honestly, Muslims often say that they're returning to their fitra. It's not becoming something new. It's becoming back to what was already within. All right, so that was there. That was important. Apparently, these people trying to figure out how to get back to their original state because they done so damn much, but is it sounding like a destiny swap? Like, we did so much on this side. Let's now try to da-da-da-da. Don't know, don't care, not authorized. I rebuke it, send it back to the pits of hell in which it came from, and I don't want nothing to do with it. All right, so purification means the process of becoming clean, clear, and free from what contaminates, harms, or clouds something physically, emotionally, or spiritually. So general meaning, at its core, purification is about removing what doesn't belong so something can return to a healthier or more natural state. This is the reason why I said yesterday when I woke up, my spirit said it's got to be burned down. Burn it down. Nothing can be built there. It was all taken. Everything that belongs to, the people, it's got to be returned. And they can give it back easily with no fight, but Lauryn Hill always comes to mind. It could be so simple, but they rather make it hard because we already know what liars will do. They will double down on their shit. They will, even in the sinking ship, they will try to grasp onto whatever it is they can hold on to try to create havoc in this, then a third. They already were told it's over. Either way, it's going to be a fire. One that no one has ever seen before. But meanwhile, you'd have already seen it because as they show you all the pictures and documentation, it all was destroyed by fire. A lot of things are being destroyed right now by fire. When it gets destroyed, do not build it back. It was already said. If y'all let them rebuild it back, it's going to be your own fault. And that's the whole system. So at its core, purification is about removing what doesn't belong so something can return to a healthier or more natural state. So as it ends, it shall rise. It's ending for them. That's why they can't see nothing past da-da-da-da-da. And it's the reason why things are happening. But meanwhile, it's the beginning for whoever's not them. All right. So physical purification, cleaning the body or environment, removing dirt, toxins, or impurities, hygiene or cleansing practices. Emotional purification, letting go of resentment, anger, or guilt, healing from past wounds, releasing unhealthy attachments or habits. Spiritual purification. In many traditions, purification means cleansing the heart and intentions, aligning oneself with truth, sincerity, and righteousness. In Islam, this idea is closely connected to purification of the soul, which includes repentance, humility, and self-discipline taught in the Quran. Deeper understanding. Purification is about perfection. It's about refinement. It's the ongoing process of shedding what weighs you down so your character, spirit, or purpose can become cleaner. This is the purging. Gotta let it go. Vessel means container that holds or carries something, but the word is used in both literal and symbolic ways. Literal meaning a vessel can be any physical container such as a cup, a jar, or a bowl. Your vessel, your body. A ship or a boat that carries people or goods. Anything designed to hold contains safely. Your body holds your spirit, your soul. Spiritually or metaphorically, a vessel often refers to a person who carries something within, such as purpose, wisdom, energy, or a divine calling. If you're chosen, many are called, but the chosen are few. You will be protected. People may say someone is a vessel when they mean a person through wisdom, guidance, creativity, or healing flows. Someone chosen to carry a message or responsibility. A body that holds the soul or spirit. In religious language, many traditions describe humans as vessels because the body holds the soul and intentions. The idea appears in teachings connected to the Quran and also in biblical writings where the heart and the character determine what the vessel carries. Some people ain't no good in them. And these are the ones that I've been saying that for all of these hundreds of thousands of years that y'all been lying, cheating, stealing the face of kill, steal, and destroy. All they had to do was turn around and do the right thing, but they don't know how because it's not in them. You don't have to wake up and be a nasty. It's a way to heal the world. It's right there. Don't wake up and be a nasty. Wake up and try to figure out how to do the right thing. The right thing is helping the earth globally. They're not doing it. It's not in them. It's not in their DNA. It's not in their characteristics. It's not in their makeup. And this is the reason why they all fall down like toy soldiers, because I don't know how in all of these years nobody thought about it. None of the advisors, none of the, mind you, like I said, in 1602 or day 1, 2, 3, 4, it was people, places, and things that was set in that could tell you astrologically how this happened, this happened, this happened. But meanwhile, all they did was try to hide all the old teachings, and then they put in books and said, don't do this, 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 and this. Meanwhile, they were doing this, 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 and this. And now y'all are finding documents and paperwork saying this, 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 and this was done. But meanwhile, they put it in a book and said, don't do this. You're going to be a wicked, evil person if you do this. But meanwhile, the wicked, evil people was doing every fucking thing. Hiding, lying, kill, steal, destroy. All right, trying to get you further and further away from your God-given, your gifts and talents. Lying by omission, hiding the truth, hoarding books and documentation that don't belong to them. Hoarding knowledge that wasn't for them. Mind you, this is the reason why it looks like a regression on history, because instead of them wanting to give the shit to where it belongs, they rather hide and act as if you're not what you are. It's going to be what it's going to be. Deeper idea, a vessel takes the shape of what fills it. Symbolically, this means that what you allow in your mind and heart will eventually shows outward in your life. So as a man thinketh, so is he. As a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. And so I'm going to just say this and then we can end this. Encouragement for everybody who has been doing all the right things. And I know that it may feel like it's just been the weight of the world on your shoulders and you're just waiting for your breakthrough. It's here. Put it in your mind. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to join them to beat them. You have the right to say, I'm going to stand on the side of right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't have to do the nastiest of nastiest things to advance in life. There are people like you that are not that. So take it how it resonates. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you wish to help my channel, links in the bio. Go with God.